very manageable. But let's assume that they kept it at 40,000. I'm driving at something here. You bought December. If you're an investor, now number one thing, please. If you're an investor, you can't shy away from responsibilities. I've seen, not real estate, you can do that with stocks, where you buy and when you want to sell, you go and meet your stockbroker and say, help me sell, help me sell. When you are doing real estate, when you are buying, you must be ready to sell too. I hear people say, help me sell. We will help you sell. The company will help you sell, but you don't know how many things the company is selling. And it's not due to their fault. If you are in their shoes, you do the same thing. If, for example, let's say for example, Wealthy Point, we're on the drive of selling thousands of plots in one of our projects, and somebody says, help me sell one product that we've done before, we will put it in our baggage, in our something. We will promote it as much as we can generally, but we will still concentrate on on where we are driving. Do you understand? And so it would, there are some other things that drive investment, but it is in the interest of the investor to participate in the, you can't be an active person, an inactive person in real estate investment and want to make money, think that you can. Otherwise, get somebody that is good, that his own business is sales, and give it to him to help you sell. Don't necessarily depend on probably the developer or the company you bought from, because they would always have products and they will always have new focus. Do you understand? So I just digress to stretch that point, because a number of us make the mistake, we buy so much and then we offload it to the same company and say, help me sell. They will help you sell, but that's the only way they can help you sell, the best way they can. They won't be able to sell like the young guy out there whose business is trying to sell 1 plot, 2 plot, 3 plot, or even like yourself, who probably have opportunities all around you, but simply because you are trying to adjudicate your responsibility, you are not seeing them. You understand? So we need to look at that. Okay, so January comes. That's what I mean by 1 month. From January, really, you can sell. Normally and typically in any developer's package, they will not accept that sales from you officially in their office. What do I mean? You've not paid fully for it, you don't own it, so you can't transfer it. But there are so many ways you can do it on your own, being the investor and being the one closing the deal. One way is that it's now 480 that they are selling. You get somebody and you say, oh boy, this thing is 480 now, sure, you know, and it's a very good, and by that time the noise has gone round. People are now willing to buy. The company cannot sell for less than, well, let me see, I can do something for you. I think I can give you something that you can pay for 400. I have something there. You stretch the payments over this period. So sometimes the guy can pay to you and you will be paying to them. You have an understanding. It is depending on the level of trust you have together. Otherwise, you just get somebody that is ready to buy up at once. Hello? You get somebody that is ready to buy up at once. Even if the guy pays, even if the guy pays you 300,000. Hello? Even if he pays you 300,000, do you know how much you've made? 300 minus 250. 50,000. Abi? How much have you invested to make this 50,000? 22. 22,000 naira. 22,000 naira. And my brother, in the heat of the moment, 2006, 2007, people were making a kill this way. I know people who made millions literally from an investment of less than 500. Somebody who just have 500,000. guys were really very terrible. Somebody has 500,000, just divide 500,000 by 22. How many plots can that buy? That's all he has. He will buy all the plots in December. January he has entered market. Maybe he defaults in January, he sold some. February, by the 3rd month he has sold everything. Make 50,000 on all of his investments. What do you think he sums up with? But people who made it are really people who participated. There were people too who took a back seat and just doled out money. Of course, they have to cough out the remaining payments, or they get refund. They lose percentage of what they paid, so they lose at the end of the day. Do you understand? So it's important that you know the strategy. That is it. Price change timing strategy. Okay, especially when you want to use it for a short term. And the shorter the period, the better your profit. The shorter, the better your profit. Particularly if the promoter, the developer, is performing on site, it helps you a lot and makes things a lot easier for you. Because when you take people there, they are always impressed. Okay? And so you can offload easily. Did we get that? Okay, number 2 strategy is to buy, sell in the medium stroke long term period. And I say that is any time from 25 months upward. Okay, anytime from 25 months upward. And usually what I tell people who want to use this strategy is they must have the resources. It pays better really. At the end of the day, it pays better because by that time, the property has stabilized. Yeah, you may not be able to make as much in terms of this, but it's easier to achieve than this. For you to achieve this, it takes somebody that is really determined and informed in some way or the other about the real estate business that we talk about. Okay, so you can use the buy in the medium to long term method. When you have enough money to take on the transaction to completion in terms of payments, and then you get your documentation. At this stage, I advise people, hello, these are another key points you must learn, you must hold on to in the strategy execution. When you are an investor, and the issue of the promoter is in place, that is to say that you are comfortable with who you are dealing with. Okay, you've done your due diligence and they are okay. When you are an investor, please, and you are a medium term investor, and your medium or a short term or medium term investor, medium term or short term investor, don't so much concern yourself with the issue of survey and documentation and blah blah blah, development levy payments. Hello? Just concern yourself with paying for the plot. Most of the operators in this business that are reliable don't sell beyond what they have. They usually still have. There are projects that I know that have sold since maybe 2005, 2006 till today. They still have some plots there. They too don't want to sell everything at any price. They still have some plots there that they will now sell in millions to be able to recoup. So they don't usually. So when you sell and you've gotten your letter, usually in this industry they give you a letter when you've completed payments to confirm that you've completed payments. Now you have a plot there. We now expect you to pay for your survey, documentation and developmental blah, blah, blah. Just keep that letter and go to the market. Don't concern yourself with survey documentation. When you pay survey and documentation, most times you are watering down on your profits. Because you are not there, you didn't go there to build in the place. If you want to build, you can pay for the one you want to build. But if you went there to invest, don't bother. A lot of us, the challenge really is that sometimes you don't either trust the company, or you don't trust yourself, or there is a problem. Like I said, please, it's only when you are doing medium term maximum. When you are going for the long term, I will tell you, get all your documentation. You understand? But when you are doing medium term, and when I say medium term, I'm looking at the period of maximum of about 4 years. And please mind you, the term I'm quoting here is inclusive of your payment period. So I'm paying for 2 years, another 2 years thereafter. Maximum is what I mean by medium term. Don't bother on just get that letter. Don't water down on your interest, because the survey and documentation you are paying is not useful for the other person coming. Probably developmental levy will be useful for him, but not survey and documentation. Those ones are in your name. They will still have to collect money from you to do something in his own name. When you transfer, in fact, he still has to pay transfer fee, or you pay. Sometimes, you understand? Is either the buyer or you, whoever is eager to make the transaction happen, is the person that will pay. The developer's own is that somebody should pay me transfer fee before I transfer. Do you understand? So don't always be in a hurry to do that if you are a medium-term investor. Okay? Another way you can make money from this investment, and please, okay, let me even throw more light here. Most strategy, one thing you need to look out for in the developer is a developer that really understands what they are doing in terms of helping your own business as an investor and helping the business of whoever too wants to live in the place. When you see a project that once you pay up, they will just say pay survey and documentation, and they will just allocate. So, which we used to do. We allocated over 1,000 plots, and less than 5 were building. So when you get to the place, it's still as a jungle as it is. 1-2 building here, another 1-2 building somewhere, and thereafter people will come and say, I'm interested in building. Where is my plot? You say your plot is plot 550. Come, follow me. The surveyor takes them with cutlass. You'll be parting the bush. Then they will get into the middle of the jungle. You say, this is your plot. The person will look up, look down. They will bring out the layout. They will show him where it is in the middle of the jungle there. And this is your plot. Say, okay, I'm coming. And when people tell you they are coming like that, they are actually coming. They've not come. Because somebody is with you and he's saying he's coming. That means he's not with you. He's coming really. He has not come. You understand? They take off. And you will see people come to build. So what did we do? We sat down and we thought over it, and we said, look, we are in this business not to create bush, to create estate. And we need to think out how this can be possible. We know as well that some people bought for investment purpose. They are business people. So how will it be that will create a win-win situation between the investor and the person who wants to occupy the place? We came up with an approach, which is why I advised you on what I advised you earlier. We are not going to do any allocation on any of our sites again, except somebody is ready to build. When you pay up for land, we give you a letter that you've paid up. But when you say give me allocation, then you pay for your survey, you pay for your documentation, you pay for your developmental levy deposit, you pay for 1,000 blocks. That particularly is an indication of the fact that you are ready to start work. Then we started allocation all over again. The 1,000, we started it all over again from the front. So this is the estate, this is the entrance, this is your plot. With your 1,000 blocks, you start doing whatever you want to do there. The next person comes, is ready to build. He does all this, he makes all his payments. This is his plot, this is the plot, this is the plot, this is the plot, this is the plot. Even if there are 5 people, they are in the same place. The infrastructure levy we've collected, we can provide some form of sanity there. The security man knows the people he's guarding. They are there. You understand? When you, the speculator, comes, who has paid up for your land but has not paid for so and so and so because you are not ready to build. When you bring a buyer to the site and he sees the concentration of construction and he hears that if he is not an investor like you, he's not a speculator like you, he wants to build, that even though he's now 5 years after before he's learning about the transaction, but once he's ready to pay all this, make all his payments, he gets the next plot here and is immediately integrated into the community. What do you think will happen to your investment? You'll be able to command a better value in terms of sales. Is that not so? And the person who wants to buy from you too will be comfortable because he will live within a community, not inside the bush. Do you understand? So that was how we created a win-win situation. And that's the reasoning behind those things. You get? And that's, but if somebody just keeps allocating 2,000 plots allocated, you now here and you are carrying one paper up and down. Somebody came to confirm, where is your plot? They told him plot so block so. You showed him your survey, you showed him your, okay, take me to site. You have to book an appointment with the surveyor. The surveyor has to book an appointment with the bulldozer. They will either go ahead of you or go with you when you come. Then they show you your plot. By the time you are coming back, you know you